can't stay silent anymore. They have the right to know. We're not always okay. This shocking statement came from Jungkook, the youngest member of BTS, during an impromptu interview that aired just 30 minutes ago, and it has now shaken the entire ARMY community worldwide. For the first time, Jungkook openly confirmed the rumor that had long been nothing more than whispers behind the scenes. Taehyung, known as V, had once planned to leave BTS. Why, and how serious was this plan? Is this truly the end of BTS's golden era? Jungkook's statement is not only shocking because of its content, but also because of its timing and the manner in which it was delivered. In the emotional interview, with a trembling voice and eyes that appeared to be teary, he revealed that Taehyung had been under immense psychological pressure, a burden that had been hidden for years behind his friendly smile and stage charisma that captivated millions. Taehyung showed me his resignation letter, Jungkook said bluntly. He didn't show it to the others. Maybe because I'm the youngest, he thought I wouldn't judge. But that's when I realized we've all been neglectful. That statement hit hard for millions of fans who had long held the image of BTS as a solid, harmonious, and unshakable group. Is this proof that even BTS is not immune to internal tensions and differing personal visions? According to information confirmed by an internal source close to BTS's management team, this crisis actually began in mid-2022, not long after BTS announced their focus on solo projects. Taehyung, who has musical and artistic aspirations different from BTS's signature style, is said to have started feeling increasingly constrained. While he never directly expressed his dissatisfaction publicly, the pressure he experienced began to show in personal interactions and several backstage moments. Jungkook also touched on how the group tried to maintain their perfect image in front of the public, even though behind the scenes, heated debates and tensions often ended in tears. We were told to smile, even when we were broken inside, he whispered. One of the most painful parts of the interview was when Jungkook stated that Taehyung felt more like a product than a person. He said, "Sometimes I forget who I am because I'm too busy being V. I want to remember who Kim Taehyung is again." That statement not only breaks hearts, but also sounds a loud alarm about how the K-pop industry system can affect the mental health of its artists. What makes the situation even hotter is HYB's silence, the agency that manages BTS. As of the writing of this article, there has been no official statement from the management regarding Jungkook's statement. No clarification, no denial, and no support to provide certainty for the fans. This lack of information has only increased the room for speculation, heightened emotions, and created gaps for conspiracy theories to spread on social media. Meanwhile, Taehyung's last post on his personal social platform has added another layer of mystery to this issue. He wrote briefly, "Sometimes silence hurts more than anything." A sentence that was previously thought to be a poetic reflection is now seen as collective interpretation that he is indeed silently struggling, in a quiet pain that no one hears until Jungkook decided to speak out. The reaction from ARMY has been diverse. Most have shown empathy and support for Taehyung, realizing that their idol is also a human being who can get hurt and exhausted. However, there are also many who are disappointed, feeling betrayed by the reality that BTS's unity is more fragile than they thought. Industry observers have also started to speak up. Kim Ju, a K-pop analyst from Sogang University, said that Jungkook's statement was not merely an emotional act, but a signal of a serious dissonance between the artists and management. When someone like Jungkook decides to speak up, it can't be considered just a burst of feelings. It's a political statement, he stressed. The impact of this confession is likely to be widespread. It concerns not only V's future and his career in BTS, but also the overall image of the group, HYB's business strategy, and how the public perceives the authenticity of the harmony narrative within the Korean entertainment industry. Is this the beginning of a breakup? Or is it the first step towards a more humane transformation in the way artists are treated? Some fans have stated that maybe this is the right time for everyone, including the fans, to mature in loving their idols. That idols are not just symbols, not just tools for fantasy fulfillment, but human beings who have the right to be tired, disappointed, and even step away. If Taehyung really leaves later, I will miss him every day. But I want him to be happy more than I want him to stay just to please us, wrote one fan on the International Army community. This comment received thousands of supports and became a symbol of the shift in awareness among the fan base. However, amid the growing empathy, skepticism has also emerged. Some are questioning, why did Jungkook's statement come out now? Is this related to a promotional strategy for Taehyung's latest solo release or HYB's move to face increasingly fierce industry competition? To what extent is this truth part of a curated narrative? Is this pure honesty or part of a carefully calculated public communication dynamic? We don't know for sure. What is clear is that these questions are important to raise so that we are not easily swept away by a momentary wave of emotions and can see every side critically. Whatever happens next, whether V stays, leaves temporarily, or ends his career with BTS, one thing has permanently changed: the way we view BTS. They are no longer just an unshakable global boy group. They are a group of humans struggling to maintain their dreams and friendships under the immense pressure of the world's expectations. And maybe this is where BTS's true strength lies. Not in their achievements, but in their courage to be honest and vulnerable. As Jungkook said, "Army must know, because only by knowing we can take care of each other." What we just heard, is it truly an undeniable truth? Or is it just part of a fabrication designed to attract media attention? The event that has just been revealed seems to raise more questions than answers. The K-pop world, and especially ARMY, is now in a state of confusion and turmoil amid a storm of emotions and uncertainty. Jungkook's shocking statement about the possibility of Taehyung, V, leaving BTS after mandatory military service has created a huge stir among fans. However, the question now is not just about what happened, but more about how we should respond to such information. Let's pause for a moment and ask ourselves, are we truly sure that this event is real? Or is it just a sensational fabrication for the media? Shouldn't we be more cautious when accepting news that spreads so rapidly on social media? This event that has just been revealed is so dramatic, making it very easy to get swept up in the wave of emotions and simply accept what is being presented. But how many of us have really investigated the truth behind this information? As consumers of information, we are often tempted to follow the flow of stories prepared by various platforms. Social media like TikTok, YouTube, and Twitter have indeed become fertile grounds for the spread of news, but they also often give birth to speculation, rumors, and hoaxes. Are we critical enough in verifying the truth of the information we receive? Let's reflect for a moment. If the pressure Taehyung faces is true, doesn't it actually reveal the imperfection of the entertainment industry system that we so admire? But are we being presented with a story that is too dramatic to capture our attention? Or are we actually being awakened to the harsh reality that has been hidden all this time? Behind this big news, there is one fact that we need to understand more deeply. How should we, as viewers or fans, respond to such news? We certainly cannot just accept information without verification. There is a strong tendency to accept narratives that impress us, especially when involving idols we love. But we must question, is this news being produced to stir our emotions, or does it truly reflect the reality of the situation? Is this just part of a communication strategy produced to maintain BTS's relevance in the public eye, or is it a serious call from Jungkook to open our eyes to the true condition? Let's encourage ourselves to think more deeply. When big news breaks, are we wise enough to seek reliable sources, or are we too hasty in spreading it without considering the broader context? Are we just following the trend, or are we truly trying to understand the essence of what is happening? What if this news is just part of a tactic to create chaos in the public, to keep attention focused on BTS and their agency?